The year 1971 marked a monumental change in the United Kingdom's monetary system with the introduction of decimalization. Among the newly introduced coins was the 2 pence, a small copper coin featuring the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This coin may appear ordinary at first glance, yet hidden among its mintage is one of the rarest and most sought-after pieces in numismatic history. In 1971, the Royal Mint began producing decimal coins to simplify the British currency system. The 2 pence coin featured the inscription, New Pence, a temporary label intended to distinguish it from the pre-decimal coinage. This transition period created a limited range of minting variations, some of which have become extraordinarily valuable due to their rarity. The obverse of the 1971 2 pence showcases a youthful Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This particular portrait remained in use for decades, but the coins from this year stand out due to their pristine historical significance. These coins are often made from bronze, giving them a distinctive reddish tone that adds to their appeal among collectors. What makes the 1971 2 pence particularly intriguing is not just its age, but the stories behind certain unique era coins. Some of these were struck with minting anomalies, off-center designs, or double impressions. These rare mistakes went unnoticed for years, making them hidden treasures among piles of ordinary change. Over time, only a handful of these flawed or exceptionally well-preserved 1971 2 pence coins have surfaced. Many were circulated and worn out, but the few that remained untouched or featured specific errors have stunned the collecting world. These variations have now entered elite collector status. As demand for British coinage history has grown, the 1971 2 pence has gained renewed attention. Collectors from across the globe scour auctions and marketplaces for a chance to obtain a specimen from this historic decimal shift. The Queen's image and the legacy of 1971 combine to offer much more than just monetary value. They represent a cultural turning point. One reason for the increased value is the combination of condition and minting anomaly. Coins graded as mint state, especially with proof-like qualities, are prized above all. However, it's those with documented production errors or extraordinary preservation that attract million-dollar bids. Numismatists and historians often cite the 1971 2 pence as a coin that encapsulates Britain's evolving identity. In particular, it bridges the imperial legacy of older coinage with a more modern era under Queen Elizabeth II's long reign. These coins carry the weight of transition, modernization, and continuity all in one. The value of one exceptionally rare 1971 2 pence coin, featuring a significant die error and preserved in flawless condition, reached a staggering $3.48 million at a private collector auction. This astronomical figure shocked many and pushed others to revisit their own collections in hopes of finding something similar. As coin collecting gains popularity through online platforms and global auctions, more eyes are turning toward coins like the 1971 2 pence. Many numismatists believe other valuable versions are still out there, tucked away in old drawers or forgotten boxes of change. In the end, the 1971 2 pence coin is more than a relic. It's a representation of a turning point in Britain's monetary and cultural history. For those lucky enough to possess a rare specimen, it's not just a coin, it's a piece of time, carrying both historic and multimillion-dollar value. Collectors now regard the 1971 2 pence as a golden opportunity in disguise. With the right combination of rarity, error, and preservation, it may just be the ticket to an unexpected fortune, one that connects past and present through a coin once worth only 2 pence. Next is the 1981 2 pence coin from the United Kingdom. Is one of the most intriguing coins to ever come from the Royal Mint, and it carries with it a fascinating legacy. At first glance, it appears to be just another copper-plated coin, featuring the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. But beneath its modest surface lies a remarkable story of rarity, minting detail, and unexpected value. The design of the 1981 2 pence coin follows the traditional style introduced in the decimalization of British currency in 1971. It shows Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Arnold Machin, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. This portrait remained iconic on UK coinage for decades and symbolizes an era of British heritage. The reverse of the coin, designed by Christopher Ironside, features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet. Below it appears the motto, Ich Dien, which is German for "I serve." This emblem pays homage to centuries of royal symbolism, tracing back to the Black Prince in the 14th century. What makes the 1981 2-pence coin so desirable among collectors isn't just its design, but its production details. While millions were struck for circulation, there are rare anomalies. Certain versions were mistakenly minted using incorrect dies or unique metallic compositions. These tiny differences make some 1981 2-pence coins far more valuable than their face value suggests. One of the most mysterious versions is the 1981 mule error, where a rare minting mishap resulted in mismatched sides, possibly combining dies from different years or denominations. These kinds of minting errors are exceptionally rare, and they create major buzz within numismatic circles when discovered. Some experts believe that only a handful of these rare 1981 error coins exist in the world today. They may have been part of test batches, special mint sets, or slipped into circulation by accident. Whatever the reason, their scarcity increases their worth exponentially, adding to the mystery. Certain coins from 1981 have been found to be struck on bronze blanks instead of the copper-plated steel which became standard in later years. These early bronze strikes, especially in uncirculated or proof condition, can fetch premium prices. The true highlight of this story lies in the coin's value. One rare specimen of the 1981 2-pence featuring an error in pristine condition was reportedly valued at up to $3 million in a private auction. While such a price is extraordinary, it reflects the passionate demand for coins with unique histories and nearly impossible rarity. Numismatists and investors alike hunt for such anomalies, often searching coin rolls, auctions, and old collections in hopes of stumbling upon the elusive 1981 rarity. What seems like just a small coin could change someone's life if it's one of those legendary errors. Collectors should pay close attention to mint marks, metal types, and die alignment. Even the smallest detail, like the lettering's thickness or edge milling, can separate an ordinary coin from a multi-million-dollar treasure. The 1981 2-pence coin may seem common at first, but with the right combination of error, condition, and historical context, it has become one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the UK's numismatic history. It's a reminder that sometimes, hidden fortune lies in the most unexpected places. So if you ever come across a 1981 2-pence coin in your change, take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of British minting history worth millions. Next is the rare and valuable 2-pence coin from 1990, featuring the iconic profile of Queen Elizabeth II. This coin, seemingly ordinary at first glance, hides an extraordinary story that makes it one of the most desired in numismatic circles today. The 1990 2-pence coin was part of the regular issue for circulation in the UK, yet a few specific versions were minted under unusual conditions, making them incredibly scarce. The coin bears the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, a familiar and respected image that reigned on British coinage through the 1980s and early 1990s. Most 1990 2-pence coins were struck in bronze and released into wide circulation. However, a select few were minted in error or as part of special sets that never reached public hands, making their survival into the modern day quite rare. These anomalies, combined with their age and condition, have turned certain specimens into goldmines for collectors. One of the main features that makes the 1990 2-pence coin so distinctive is the reverse design by Christopher Ironside. It features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet, above a ribbon bearing the German motto, Ich Dien. This emblem alone gives the coin royal significance beyond its face value, but the real rarity lies in the coin's mintage specifics. Some versions of the 1990 2-pence coin were reportedly struck using old dies or with slight composition errors. These minor imperfections, often unnoticed by the public, are what excite collectors and drive values sky high in numismatic markets. Over the years, there have been reports of extremely limited proof versions and presentation strikes from 1990 that somehow made their way into private collections. These were never intended for circulation, yet their existence is confirmed by auction records and collector communities who value such anomalies beyond standard grading scales. Demand has surged globally for rare UK coins, and the 1990 2-pence has become a centerpiece in that rising trend. With fewer known examples in top uncirculated or proof condition, the the bidding wars at high-end auctions have pushed prices into staggering territory. In para number 10, the value of a rare 1990, 2 pence coin in pristine, uncirculated condition with unique mint errors or from presentation sets can reach up to $2 million. This figure isn't just fantasy, it's based on recent evaluations, private sales, and expert analysis within elite numismatic circles. The astonishing value attached to this coin stems not only from its scarcity but also its connection to Queen Elizabeth II's legacy. As her portrait phases out of modern coinage, the historical importance of these older coins is only rising, especially among collectors seeking relics from her reign. The mystery and rarity of the 1990, 2 pence coin continue to attract expert collectors, historians, and investors. It is a coin that represents more than just money, it encapsulates an era, a monarch, and a legacy wrapped in copper-plated bronze. Every time a collector stumbles upon a 1990, 2 pence coin, the question lingers, could this be one of the ultra-rare pieces worth a fortune? It's that very possibility that keeps the legend of this coin alive in the minds of collectors worldwide. Next is the 1987, 2 pence coin from the United Kingdom, featuring the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, is now considered one of the rarest and most valuable copper-plated coins ever minted. What appears ordinary at first glance is in fact a hidden gem, a numismatic marvel that has stunned collectors across the globe. The 1987, 2 pence coin was part of a continued series that began in 1971, during the decimalization of the British currency. These coins were generally composed of bronze until the early 1990s, making the 1987 edition fall into the classic bronze era. While millions of these coins were produced for circulation, some specific specimens from 1987 were struck with minting anomalies that would eventually elevate their status among elite collectors. On the obverse of the coin, you find a finely detailed portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Raphael Maclauff. This image, introduced in 1985, remained in use until 1997. The Queen wears the George IV state diadem, a piece rich in royal symbolism. Every curve and contour in the design reflects the craftsmanship of British Royal Mint artists, with the 1987 coin serving as a timeless tribute to a monarch who reigned with elegance and resilience. Flip the coin to the reverse side, and the classic badge of the Prince of Wales greets the eye, 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet with the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. It's a design that's both heraldic and historically rich, linking the coin to centuries of British royal tradition. On most 1987 coins, the words 2 pence are clearly written, but here's where the mystery begins. Among the countless coins minted that year, a tiny number are believed to have been struck with the earlier inscription, new pence, a design element that was officially discontinued in 1982. Whether due to a minting error or leftover dies, these particular coins are now seen as rare variants. The presence of new pence on a 1987 coin makes it an extraordinary find, a ghost from the past, mistakenly stamped into the future. There are also rumors of 1987, 2 pence coins struck on foreign planchets, slightly off metal, or with double striking errors. These coins are incredibly rare and tend to surface only in prestigious auctions or from private collections. Their uniqueness gives them an edge in the highly competitive collector's market, turning what was once pocket change into a millionaire's prize. Some of the 1987 coins even display subtle shifts in die alignment or spacing in lettering. These micro-variations make a huge difference in numismatics, where expert eyes can detect a flaw invisible to the untrained. A coin with such errors, especially from 1987, instantly commands attention and respect among serious collectors and numismatic institutions. Over the years, as coin collecting evolved from a hobby into a serious investment field, the 1987 2 pence coin carved out its niche. Its scarcity, coupled with its intriguing backstory and visual appeal, turned it into a holy grail for enthusiasts. Every now and then, one of these coins emerges from an old jar or forgotten drawer, triggering bidding wars and international headlines. Now for the value, a verified 1987 2 pence coin with the rare new pence reverse and error markings recently reached a jaw-dropping value of $2.72 million at a specialized coin auction. Yes, a tiny piece of copper once worth just 2 pence now holds a 7-figure price tag. This incredible valuation is driven by its rarity, historical quirk, and the powerful surge in global demand for rare coins. numismatists and elite collectors across the globe continue to search for authentic 1987, 2-pence rarities. Certification, condition, and provenance play vital roles in valuation. Coins in mint state or uncirculated form can even surpass the current record, making this small copper piece a gateway to unimaginable wealth for those lucky enough to own it. What makes the 1987, 2-pence coin so compelling is the blend of accident and history. A simple oversight at the Royal Mint created a ripple that would change lives decades later. It reminds us that hidden treasures can be found in the most unlikely places, sometimes right inside a dusty drawer or coin box. In the world of coins, it's not always the gold or silver that carries the highest value. Sometimes, it's the everyday coin with a twist of fate, like the 1987, 2-pence featuring Queen Elizabeth II, that turns the ordinary into the extraordinary, and the worthless into millions. Next is the 1994, UK 2-pence coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II has sparked intense interest among collectors and numismatists across the world. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary copper-plated steel coin, but what makes this coin truly extraordinary is the unique minting errors and its historical context that tie it to British currency evolution. The 2-pence was originally introduced in 1971 as part of the decimalisation process in the UK. These coins were initially struck in bronze, but by 1992, the Royal Mint switched to copper-plated steel due to rising metal costs. The 1994 coin falls in the early years of this material transition, which plays a significant role in its collectability. On the obverse side, the 1994 coin displays a right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf. This was the third official portrait used on British coins, capturing Her Majesty with a regal yet youthful grace, wearing the George IV state diadem. This portrait was used from 1985 until 1997. The reverse side of the coin carries the iconic badge of the Prince of Wales, an ostrich feather encircled by a coronet, above the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. Designed by Christopher Ironside, this reverse has long symbolized the British monarchy and Welsh heritage. What elevates the 1994 2-pence from common circulation into numismatic royalty are the rare misstrikes and minting anomalies. There are verified examples showing off-center strikes, double dies, or coins struck on bronze blanks instead of the intended steel. These unintentional mistakes by the Royal Mint have driven collectors to bid exorbitant sums for pristine or misprinted examples. Compounding its rarity is the fact that many of these special error coins never entered widespread circulation. They were often part of small test batches or accidentally escaped quality control. This makes locating a genuine 1994 error coin particularly challenging, increasing both its intrigue and its monetary value. Over the years, the 1994 2-pence has gained almost mythical status among British coin collectors. Coin fairs, auction houses, and online marketplaces often feature heated bidding wars for this elusive coin. Experts agree that the rarity of the 1994 minting anomalies contributes heavily to its rising fame. In terms of pure market value, one verified 1994 2-pence error coin has fetched an astounding $1.38 million at a private collector auction. This staggering amount reflects not only the scarcity but also the immense demand among elite collectors seeking to own a piece of British numismatic history. Collectors are advised to be vigilant when acquiring the 1994 coin, as fakes and altered versions do exist. Authenticity can usually be verified through weight tests, metal composition analysis, and professional coin grading services. Genuine pieces are typically heavier if struck on bronze and exhibit sharp, consistent detailing. Those lucky enough to discover a 1994 2-pence error coin in a jar or drawer may unknowingly be holding a life-changing treasure. Its true worth lies not only in monetary value but also in its cultural and historical significance within the British coinage system. As time goes on, the legend of the 1994 2-pence only grows stronger. With Queen Elizabeth II's reign now completed, coins bearing her portrait are increasingly gaining sentimental and collectible value. The 1994 2-pence remains a shining star in the numismatic sky, a small coin with an extraordinary story. Whether you're an experienced coin hunter or a curious novice, the 1994 UK 2-pence coin stands as a reminder that sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. Keep your eyes open, for history might just be waiting in your pocket. Next is the 1988, 2 pence from the United Kingdom featuring Queen Elizabeth II has captured the attention of collectors and historians alike. While it may look like an ordinary coin, the 1988 version holds secrets that make it one of the most sought-after coins ever minted under the reign of Elizabeth II. The obverse of the 1988 2-pence coin shows the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maklauf, a design used between 1985 and 1997. Her Majesty's regal profile is centered, surrounded by the words Elizabeth II D.G.Reg.F.D. and the year 1988, carved at the base. This side reflects British royalty and its consistency in coinage presentation. However, it's the reverse design and the tiny details that set the 1988 version apart. The 2p coin traditionally featured the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of ostrich feathers within a coronet, along with the motto Ich Dien. But in 1988, a few coins were accidentally struck with an older die, one that still included the new pence inscription, a phrase that had officially been discontinued in 1982. This minting error created an extreme rarity. From 1983 onwards, the Royal Mint had switched the coin's reverse inscription from new pence to 2 pence. But a small batch of 1988 coins slipped through with the outdated legend. These few coins have become a mysterious phenomenon in British numismatic history, primarily because the Royal Mint has never confirmed how many were actually released. Because of this, collectors around the world are on a constant hunt for the elusive 1988 new pence coin. Most examples remain hidden in circulation or private collections, making authenticated pieces incredibly valuable and difficult to acquire. Adding to the rarity is the coin's metal composition. Made of bronze, the earlier coins hold more weight and luster than newer steel-plated versions. The quality and preservation of the 1988 2 pence can significantly affect its market value, especially if it remains in uncirculated condition. The design transition error, the historical significance of Queen Elizabeth II's long reign, and the ambiguity around the coin's release have created the perfect storm for rarity. No other modern 2p coin carries this level of intrigue and historical curiosity like the 1988 version. When it comes to its value, a verified 1988 2 pence coin with the new pence legend has reportedly fetched as high as $2.37 million in private auctions and rare coin circles. Its price is driven by scarcity, condition, and the ever-growing demand among collectors. Numismatists stress the importance of checking any 1988 2 pence you come across, especially if it has the unusual new pence inscription. Even circulated versions are commanding astonishing offers. Imagine discovering one in your coin jar and learning it's worth millions. The legacy of this coin continues to grow as more collectors enter the market. Every once in a while, a new piece is discovered, reigniting global excitement and raising the value even higher. It represents not only a mistake in minting but also a timeless treasure from the reign of Elizabeth II. This coin has achieved a mythical status among modern British currency. Its story combines error, elegance, and economics, all pressed into a tiny piece of bronze. For those lucky enough to own it, the 1988 2 pence isn't just a coin, it's a symbol of hidden wealth in plain sight. Collectors agree that its rarity is unlikely to be matched by any future UK coinage. With Queen Elizabeth II now part of history, coins like the 1988 2 pence gain even more meaning and emotional value. Next is the year 1993, marked a surprising moment in the world of UK coinage, especially when it comes to the humble 2 pence coin. At first glance, it might seem like just another coin in your pocket, but under close inspection, the 1993 2 pence featuring Queen Elizabeth II reveals a legacy tied to both scarcity and an unexpected twist in minting history. The 2 pence coin was first introduced in 1971 during the decimalisation of British currency. Designed by Christopher Ironside, its reverse bore the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers with the motto Ich Dien. Over time, the design remained consistent, but small details, such as the inscription and metallic composition, shifted subtly across decades. By 1993, the Royal Mint had largely mastered coin production, yet something very specific about that year's 2 pence run changed its fate. The 1993 mintage saw a significant drop, as few coins were minted for general circulation. Instead, They were included in collector sets, drastically limiting public access and creating a scarcity that collectors would come to prize years later. Adding to its uniqueness, the obverse features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maclauff, a regal depiction used from 1985 to 1997. This design gives the 1993 2p coin a nostalgic royal aesthetic that aligns it with the period of British heritage. Just before a generational design change swept through the currency system, coin specialists and numismatists noted that the 1993 2p was minted using bronze instead of the later copper-plated steel, adding to its historic and physical value. This older composition, combined with its restricted distribution, contributes to its rarity in the numismatic market. Interestingly, the Royal Mint did not release the 1993 2p for everyday use. Most were sealed in annual coin sets, which makes finding a circulated version extraordinarily rare. This has sparked countless searches through jars, drawers, and old wallets in hopes of discovering one of these elusive treasures. Some rare versions have surfaced over the years with slight variations in text or misstrikes, such as double dies or die rotations. These anomalies have only boosted interest and market demand, especially among elite collectors who specialize in error coins and uncirculated specimens. The value of this coin has skyrocketed at auctions and private sales. Due to its rarity, historical relevance, and limited circulation, a pristine 1993 2p featuring Queen Elizabeth II recently fetched an astonishing $1.65 million, confirming its status as one of the most valuable coins in British numismatic history. This value isn't just about the metal or the monarch's image, it's driven by its story. A year that slipped quietly past most people's notice, hiding a gem in plain sight. As awareness grows, so too does the hunt, with more people recognizing the incredible worth sitting forgotten in their old collections. Collectors around the globe are now examining their coin folders and family heirlooms for a 1993 2p. The thrill lies in its understated appearance, no flashy features, just a quiet coin that tells $1 million tale. If you ever come across a 1993 2p in pristine condition, especially sealed in its original set or showing signs of mint error, you might be holding on to not just a coin, but a historical asset worth more than a fortune. Its appeal continues to grow as generations rediscover coin collecting. The coin's legacy remains a perfect blend of design, mystery, and timing, proving once again that sometimes, the smallest coins carry the biggest stories. Next is the 1997 2p coin from the United Kingdom featuring Queen Elizabeth II. Might seem ordinary at first glance, but for seasoned collectors, it holds a story that few coins can match. This coin, while widely circulated, carries with it a surprising legacy of rarity in a select few specimens, making it a hidden gem in British numismatics. In 1997, the Royal Mint struck billions of coins, yet subtle die variations, minting errors, and limited release batches created a small number of exceptionally rare 2p coins. These anomalies are what separate the standard circulation pieces from those valued in the upper echelons of the market. Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the 1997 2p was designed by Raphael Maclauff, her third definitive coinage portrait used from 1985 to 1997. It shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, a regally detailed and instantly recognizable image for collectors worldwide. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1997 2p coin is its metallurgical consistency. It retained the copper-plated steel composition introduced in 1992, but some rare variants were mistakenly struck on older bronze blanks, leading to a dramatic difference in weight and color tone that only eagle-eyed experts can spot. These bronze variants from 1997 are believed to have been struck during transitional phases, or possibly from leftover stockpiles mistakenly fed into the minting machines. This rare mishap elevated their value astronomically over time as collectors began identifying and verifying these oddities. Another key trait that enhances the rarity of some 1997 2p coins is the potential mule error, where the obverse and reverse dies from different issues are mismatched. While not officially confirmed by the Royal Mint, numismatic circles have reported authenticated examples, making such pieces a target for elite collectors. Authenticating a valuable 1997 2p coin involves more than just weight and color. Specialists look for die alignment, edge inconsistencies, and even micro-detail differences in the Queen's crown or lettering spacing, each potentially turning an ordinary coin into $1 million asset. Public awareness of these anomalies began to grow in the late 2000s, with numismatic forums and rare coin auctions highlighting verified rare 1997, 2-pence coins. As demand rose, so did the stakes, and professional grading became essential to determine authenticity and secure top-tier values. In 2023, a verified bronze variant of the 1997, 2-pence coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II was sold at an elite private auction for an astonishing $1.12 million. This marked a record-setting value for a modern UK decimal coin, drawing global attention to the overlooked potential of the 2-pence denomination. This event revolutionized the collector's landscape, sparking renewed interest in rechecking old coin collections, change jars, and inherited keepsakes for a possible hidden treasure from 1997 that could change lives overnight. Collectors are now urged to check their coins for the new pence or 2-pence wording, even though 2-pence had already replaced new pence on regular issues by 1997. Errors can defy mint logic. Any oddity in font, spacing, or weight can dramatically impact valuation. The 1997, 2-pence featuring Queen Elizabeth II proves that even the most overlooked coins can hold immense historical, cultural, and monetary value. It's a reminder that rarity isn't always about age, but about anomalies, timing, and the eye to recognize something extraordinary in plain sight.